Assalamualaikum and hi. Now we goes to the first part of demand forecasting module. In the first part of demand forecasting module, we will look into what is the demand management. Okay, so before we forecast the demand for the maybe for the next festive season, we need to do the demand management. So in the first part of this module, we look into the demand management, which is to give you and to open your eyes on what is actually demand forecasting in the logistic activities and why do it is important. So let's look to the definition of demand management. Demand management actually it is the definition through theoretically it is the creation across the supply chain and its market of a coordinated flow of demand. So the demand management in short it is how uh, the creation of demand have been made by the end users and across this end it goes through the supply chain process and it have done the research in the markets on the demand of the products and in this and managing the demand actually we look into the two situations. The first one in make to stock situation. Make to stock situation is when the finished goods are produced prior to receiving a customer order. And the second one is into make to order situation. Okay, make to order situation means when the finished goods are produced after receiving a customer order. Okay, in the past studies, actually, they have concluded that the demand management actually it provides an important bridge. Okay, it provides a bridge in fulfill the gaps which is exists between the marketplace and the company's internal operation. Okay, so actually we can say that the demand management is the creation of interactions between the operation and marketing. Okay, so why this is exists? Because it is the objective of the demand management is to understand the market and developing the actions. Okay, in line with the company strategy, with the capacity of the production of the manufacturers, and also to meet the end customers' needs. Okay, if we see in the current situation nowadays, the demand have driving the supply. Okay, the situation is quite different, obviously different from the past, which is in the past the supply is driving the demand. Okay, so why there must be a demand management? Okay, actually, the demand has to be managed in order to smooth the process of volatility, which is this volatility has been created by the consumer expectations, which is nowadays we can see that the shifting of the consumer behavior and this behavior actually increase the consumer expectation and it has shorter fulfillment cycles. Okay, this scenario has give the strengths highly put the pressure on the retailers, on the manufacturers, on the distributors because they need to meet the higher consumer expectations and the shorter fulfillment cycles and so this is quite challenging to the logisticians actually and what's being can be done by the logistician have to manage the demand efficiently. That's it. Okay, So when they successfully planning the demand, strategize the demand management, actually it has become the competitive advantage to the organization. Okay, and one thing, this process have eliminates waste and increase the value in every area of the supply chain. Okay, so we can say that nowadays there have advancement in the technology part. So actually the data and analytic capabilities also have support the customer-centric demand management. Okay, so this is what need to be adapted by the organization in order to sustain in the industry as well as to create their competitive advantage. So, what are the objective of the demand management? Okay, so when we see the highly intense scenario in nowadays marketplace, actually the demand management is purposely to improve the customer service. Okay, they want to improve the customer service by understanding the customer needs and behaviors. Actually, it simultaneously will increase the customer satisfaction as well as the service. Okay. And the second part, the objective of demand management is to focus with accurate forecasting. Okay, usually the predictive analytics, usually they can optimize the decisions by business leaders and as well as improving the logistic process. Okay, and of course the third objective which need to be achieved by the organization through the demand management is to reduce costs. Okay, so they need to improve forecasting, which is optimize the inventory investment, and they can minimize the safety stock levels. Okay, so by doing these kind of strategies, actually they can reduce the costs. Okay, and besides, they also wants to enhance the existing product, and want to introduce the new product, which is they're able to create a line of customers appropriate new products and refine them based on the feedback from the customer. And finally, the objective of the demand management is to plan plan well. Okay, is to plan well to be more efficient. Okay, so actually they wants to strike the right balance of demand in order to supply and minimize the surplus with reliable data. Okay, let's say they have very efficient and effective demand management, so simultaneously they actually achieve the objective in cost saving. Okay, and it leads to the competitiveness of the organization.